Hey, it's Pastor Tom, and I just want to remind you that this Thursday, October 1st, we are going to continue with our Exodus Bible study. We're going to be covering chapters 24 through 28. And you can join us either at 1 p.m. via Zoom or at 7 p.m. outside of the church. But as I like to do with all these videos, I'd like to talk a little bit more about something that's in the text. And today I want to talk about Thurim and Urim. And those might sound strange to you, but when you get to them in the biblical text, it's the two stones that are kept in the priest's breastplates. And what would happen is when a decision needed to be made, the priest would blindly draw in and pull one of them out. And that decision, what came out, the rock that came out, would determine if the decision was in favor or in the favor was to be against. And this sounds very strange. The idea of discerning God's will by pulling stones out of a bag, out of the breastplate. But it's not as strange as you would think in the Bible. Commonly in the Bible, we hear about the drawing of lots. That's actually how King Saul became king. They drew lots, and Saul pulled the special lot. It's like drawing straws. And it actually happens also in the New Testament, right? Judas has died. He's committed suicide. He's performed suicide. And the disciples decide at this point that they need to replace him. They need somebody to replace him at the table of the 12. So they draw lots. And Matthias pulls out the lot, meaning that he becomes the disciple. It's a strange idea. But I think there's something really powerful about this idea. And that is this. If you're like me, sometimes it's easy to get paralyzed by indecision. Should we do it or should we not? Should we go ahead and do this? But what happens if we're wrong? And as simple as this idea is of drawing stones from a bag, or drawing lots, or flipping a coin, it empowers us to leave our indecision and trust to move forward. We are people who are called to go out in our world in love, to do the best that we can in this world, and that's not always an easy decision. How best to act well in this world, to do good, is not as simple as it sounds. And sometimes the more you know, the more paralysis you feel. And I think this text reminds us to not get stuck in paralysis, to go ahead and jump out in faith, knowing that we are doing the best that we can and that God's grace will abound if we're wrong. That we're called to be a people of action, a people of love, a blessing to all of humanity. I hope to see you all on Thursday, either at 1 p.m. via Zoom or at 7 p.m. outside of the church. Take care and God bless.